Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Home of Politics. It's my pleasure to have you in this channel, and remember, if you're just here for the first time, don't forget to support us by subscribing. Remember to share, liking the video. Feel free to comment in the comment section and turn on the notification button so that you receive information of this nature anytime I upload. My good friends, we are seeing that youth leadership is taking a serious course in Kenya, and right now we will figure out two main youth leaders. This is Morara Kebaso and Kasmuel, whereby every leader took their own direction after feeling like they belong somewhere, considering their agenda or how they believe their beliefs in politics. And so Kasmuel realigned himself with Raila Odinga and is likely to be very loyal to him, unlike Morara Kebaso, who aligned himself with a group of Karua Rigathi Gachagua, Jeremiah Kioni, and other leaders in opposition who feels like they are like-minded. And so what has just shocked us today is the post that Morara Kebaso went ahead to post on his social media accounts, saying that Inject Party has found it difficult to continue associating itself with the leaders who think tribalism, speak tribalism, and plan tribalism. Our party is not founded on tribal hate as the basis of the political change. It is our desire to work with other leaders and other political parties if and only their values are aligned to ours. It is not enough to say Ruto must go. We must reimagine and create. We must create and imagine post-Ruto future. We have privately and respectively conveyed our disappointment with one of our parties in the opposition. We hope to see some changes in the coming days. Ladies and gentlemen, we see this is Inject Party leader complaining bitterly about some partialities maybe that they are witnessing within their coalition. And he has not mentioned the name of any leader or any political party, but he has just addressed it generally. But if we can briefly look at the parties that comprise of this coalition, we see it's the Inject Party itself. We have the People's Liberation Party, that party that is led by Mother Karua. We also find out that we have Jubilee Party, that one that Jeremiah Kioni usually championed it. We also have another party that is that one of Eugene Wamalwa, DAP Kenya. We also have another party that has been registered by the former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. There are more parties that are willing to join. Otherwise, we also have some leaders who are within UDA or the government, but they are interested in this group of politicians. And so it's quite a large group of leadership or parties, and he has not specifically singled out who this party is or ina belong wapi. And so, ladies and gentlemen, you can find out that being general like that, he does not want to single out any of the party, maybe to bring out a lot of issues, but he has just addressed it in a general way. And so we see he is posting this on social media account after Kasmuel and his group of some of the leaders representing various political parties in Kenya, they made a group and they called themselves Wakombozi Wazalendo. They addressed the nation and they sounded their clear initiation or in a lot of ideas that they had behind forming the Wakombozi movement. And so it seems like the youth leadership, they are bringing themselves together, consulting, and to know where they will follow so that they can champion for the problems that are affecting Kenyans. And so how can we talk about this statement, or what is the real image of this political party within their coalitions? What are they experiencing? My good people, we can find out that Morara Kebaso with his Inject Party, they are feeling that cold whereby you've decided to join another coalition, but they are there to be despised. Maybe every agenda is being pushed maybe to favor one tribe, or the way he is calling it. And so it is making him to lack negotiation power in the table, because he feels like every agenda is directed towards a common region, a common place, and he feels that this is tribalism. And so the theme number one that we are finding out from this complaint, we find out that tribalism and political identity. More probably, Morara Kebaso has not found out the suitable platform where he can categorize his party with. For example, if he has formed a coalition with other parties in the opposition, but these parties are championing for their regions, for their tribes, because they have a lot of numbers, then we can say that Morara Kebaso right now is looking for a place with an alternative solution apart from being in that same arena with these opposition parties. Then he is more likely to look for another way to exit this coalition, so that he can have another place where he feels like their mission, their goals, their values goes hand in hand. And so the complaint is not just a mere complaint on social media, but maybe he is planning on how he can exit, or on how he can find alternative place where he can accommodate his party. Another theme that we are finding here, or another strong issue that he's trying to show us here, we find out that he is trying to think about another alternative. What if the leadership of President William Ruto comes to an end? Even after championing everywhere, Ruto must go, we don't want President William Samoei Ruto. What if he rules and goes? What is the Kenya that we will be having in future? My good people, we find out that he is looking for a framework that will cover after this leadership what will come. And so sitting on a place and thinking about the Kenya that we'll have after the leadership of President William Samoei Ruto, then he is even regretting in his heart, because he feels like even if they are doing coalition or championing politics towards one direction, yet these are big political parties that he has joined this umbrella, and they are championing tribalism, they are championing biasness. It seems that coming in future, he will not have anything to discuss. He will not even have a share on what he wants to propose, because he feels like even after the Ruto's era coming in future, this tribalism will still have been very mature, and he cannot address it, and he feels he cannot have a share. And so he is trying to feature out about the future of how Kenya will be like, of how politics will be like. And it is probably unlikely that they will be together with these leaders if they cannot change their theme of tribalism, their theme of being selfish, basing on the region where they come from. And so he is focusing on the future politics. Another theme that we are finding here, we are finding out that we are finding out that there is a possibility that he is trying to realign himself. Maybe he has not found a stable place where he can settle in politics. This is because even after talking of his clear minds and expressing how he feels this politics should be, he has been frustrated, he has been disappointed, and at least he is conveying the feedback to the public that he has summoned them, and if they will change, they can continue to work together. And if it will not change, then this one is a frustration that will force Morara Kebaso and his injective party maybe to look for another arena so that he can go to work with them politically. Ladies and gentlemen, if at all he is not comfortable there, he can find a realignment. For example, maybe right now he might join the government. He might look for other leaders whom they are working together, because we have mentioned few parties that they are working together, like DAP Kenya, the People's Liberation Party. We also have the NAC that changed to another name, and he feels like he is not satisfied with their services, with their intentions, with their agendas, and so he is trying to realign themselves. And so it will not be surprisingly to see that this party has moved or has defected to join another coalition, and this is due to their dissatisfactory. My good people, you can comment in the comment section the way you see this party, if it will survive under this issue of tribalism or it will move away. And lastly, what should we expect after him summoning out or calling out these leaders on how they are driving their goals and mission on regional or tribalism? Number one, there might be a faction whereby some of the parties that will be dissatisfied with their framework, they will have to walk away. For example, we saw Jubilee. It's fragmented into two. One Jubilee remained in the opposition and another Jubilee joined the government. And so the same issue can happen, whereby Morara and this inject party, though people feel like he does not have any impact or any weight, even if he quits, he might fragment, he might defect and join maybe the government of the day. He can even defect and form another something different, rather than staying where he's not comfortable, because we are not discussing here the issues to do with the tribalism or where people are coming from. But for this issue, because he's addressing tribalism, we can at least try to see the framework. Morara Kebaso is a Gusii, is coming from Gusii community, and we can find out that the political arena that he has joined, it is fully comprising of the people maybe from Mount Kenya region, and they are having a lot of numbers. And so maybe he is feeling like he is one of the person maybe who is not having a lot of people in the ground, and these people are already matured in politics, and so they are pushing their own agenda rather than looking at other things that are affecting other people. And so that's why he is feeling uncomfortable. It might lead to defection. We also see that Morara is distinguishing himself as and his party as a party that is focused with the changes and goals that they are focused with. And if it cannot be accomplished, then he is feeling like he does not belong to that place. And finally, it might bring out reconciliation. So if he has decided to call out these political leaders or political parties that are having a lot of tribalism within their coalition, then if successfully they can sit down and change where necessary, then they might reconcile, and the coalition can be very strong. But if it cannot be addressed positively, then this reconciliation might not be witnessed, because he will be forced to exit the coalition, and it will not bring any good improvement to him, because you go where you feel your impact is being demanded. And so we are waiting to see what next after addressing this issue of tribalism, biasness in the regions, basing on where you come from, on the people, and a lot of numbers that you are having on the table. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I have a question for you in the comment section. Do you feel like Morara Kebaso exiting this coalition might bring a lot of impact? For example, we know he is one of the talkative people on the social media, and his influence was based on social media. We don't understand about the ground, because we have never seen him launching or conducting a political drive maybe in the ground to see how many people have been registered and how many people are supporting him. But how do you think, if we can exit this arena of Karua Rigathi Gachagua and other leaders, do you feel like there is an impact on this political arena that we are witnessing? Will it be weak? Will it be shaken? How is your opinion on this matter? Thank you for watching. Have a good day.